Get ready, get ready, get ready, folks. Like and share the show. It's about to get real, man. It's about to be a really good Rise Up Late Night, all right? Make sure you share to your brothers, sisters, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, anybody that's a sports enthusiast. Make sure you share it to them right now, all right? We got football talk coming up right now. NFL, Week 13 coming up. 14 coming up, all right? Let's get it. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Rise Up Late Night in the building. I am here, of course. Andre the Torch Robinson right here in the building. Let me center myself. Yeah, let me center myself. Yep. All right, listen. Whole lot of sports talk going on. Talk NFL tonight. Leave it at that. All right, about an hour and a half with your boy. All right, like and share. Tune in. Of course, because I got a lot to talk about. I know y'all just got finished watching that Sunday night football game where the Baltimore Ravens just won their 11th game this season. Man, looking good. Looking good against the Jacksonville Jaguars, 23-7. Lamar Jackson, ran for one, threw for one. That's been the theme with some of these quarterbacks nowadays: running for one, throwing for one. Looking real good. Now, here's my question. You can put it in the comment section. Nevertheless, do you still think Lamar Jackson is a MVP quarterback? Put it in the comment section. All right. That's the question while we talk about this 23-7 win for them tonight. Jacksonville. I don't know if they got disinterested all of a sudden, but they haven't been looking like the same Jacksonville I knew for the first 6-7 weeks. It's not looking good. I know they when they go against the best team in the AFC. So what? When you go against the best teams, you got to put it together the best performances. And I didn't see that tonight. I did not see best performance caliber worthy conversation from these Jacksonville Jaguars. Now I know there's some Duval folks that's not too thrilled, can't be thrilled, or not too excited about what just took place. But nevertheless, I mean, you got to show up. You got to show up, and you got to show out. 7 points is just not enough. A lot of mistakes from this Jaguars team. A lot of mistakes. The fumble cost them early. The Jaguars fumbled. Trevor Lawrence fumbled the football. That cost them early. Put them in a hole. Baltimore jumped right on them, 10-0. Isaiah Likely scored that touchdown in the second quarter that made it 10-0 right before the half, and then the third quarter, we thought we was going to see a little fight from these guys. Now, mind you, I want to talk about, before I even get to the third quarter, the total mistake that Doug Peterson made, being greedy on that last drive before the half. So you get a long pass down the field. I'm trying to think who caught it. Was it Washington or was it Jones? One of the Joneses, I think, caught it. If it was Zay or the other one, caught this long pass down the field late. I mean, I could look it up real quick, but then you got a couple seconds left. And instead of trying to spike the ball and kick a field goal to get some points on the board, Doug Peterson kind of tried to get greedy. He threw an out between the numbers in the boundary, and the guy didn't get out of bounds. I want to say it was right here. Let's see. Right here. Yep. They had went 5 plays, 55 yards. It was to Zay Jones. 36 yards. 36-yard pass. Right at the 30-second mark, he throws the pass. It's like 11 seconds. They get no huddle. They go on shotgun. And instead of spiking the ball, I know you ain't about to turn that on. Okay. Instead of spiking the ball, he goes and throws the out. He doesn't get out of bounds. No points. They go into the half. Instead of it being 10-3 and you got some motivation, you go into the half 10-0. No motivation. Even though they came out in the second half and scored the touchdown to Agnew right off the jump. Nice long 65-yard touchdown pass to Jamal Agnew made it 10-7. But see, here's the difference. 10-7 and 10-10. Different ball game. You know what I mean? The crowd gets more excited. The score is tied. You got some motivation, even more motivation now because the score is tied. But instead, that's not what happens. And then in the next drive, Baltimore goes. They have to punt. Jacksonville had to punt because they went 3 and out. It's not too many times you're gonna go 3 and out, and Baltimore not gonna make you pay for it. They did. They ended up making them pay for it. 5 plays, 58 yards later, on 2nd and goal. You know what happens. My man Gus for the win. Gus Edwards, right up the middle. They ended up going up 10, and then that was the end of that. Because Jacksonville didn't do nothing else. They went 3 and out on the next drive. On the next drive after that, they fumbled 3 plays, -6 yards. Now it's 20-7. Baltimore adds a field goal. They go down 13 plays, get 55 yards again, and you have to give up the ball on downs, and that's the end of the game. At that point, it's over. All right, 23-7. Baltimore, number 1 seed in the AFC for another week. All right. Again, put it in the comment section. Is Lamar Jackson a MVP quarterback? I just want to hear that from y'all. Before I get to the next game, I'm going to read some of these comments too coming in very shortly. But, put your comments in the comment section. Call line is open too, 716-954-5209. I see a lot of you guys in here right now. Marcus Herring, what's up? Willem Bumbar, what's good, my guy? Good to see you, Dalton. Good to see you as well. Marcus, good to see you. Said yes. Oh, okay. Okay, Donnie, you said yes. Trevor Lawrence is hurt. I think that's why they are not playing the right way on offense. Trevor Lawrence is entering concussion protocol. Yeah, why not? What's up, Marcus? We're gonna get to that game later on too in this conversation. We actually might get to that next. Actually, that might be the next game we get to because it was the latest game, one of the latest games. Actually, it was one of the later games, but actually one of the fastest games played. But we'll get to that in just a second. So everybody has Lamar Jackson as MVP worthy. Lawrence is missing his number one receiver too. Yeah, I think so, but Purdy will win MVP. I know, Donna, you love those San Francisco 49ers. I think they're phenomenal, by the way. So I ain't gonna front. If he is MVP, I'm not gonna be mad about that whatsoever. But let's talk about these stats, a couple of these stats real quick before we get into the next game. Lamar Jackson, 171 yards. This guy, 171 yards, one touchdown, one interception. All right. He has 12 carries, 97 yards in this game, likely had 70 yards and a touchdown. The reason why I asked this about Lamar Jackson, too, is because last week a video was put out about Lamar Jackson having just as many turnovers as he did touchdown passes. So that's why I asked about the MVP conversation, because he did have just as many turnovers as he did touchdown passes, which is kind of weird. Speaking on Trevor Lawrence, 25 of 43, 264, touchdown. He also led rushers with 41 yards. Agnew obviously had 70 yards receiving, and that's not going to get the job done. I know he's missing his number one receiver, but that's not going to get the job done against the Ravens. When your best rusher is your quarterback, it's not getting the job done. And then when Agnew is your best receiver, that's not getting the job done either. Willem Bumbar, what's good, my guy? Good to see you, my guy. Was you at the game today? Doug, shout out to you as well. Shout out to Doug that's in here, man. Like and share the show, man. We're going to have a good night tonight. We're going to talk sports. Y'all can call me, too. I gave y'all the call line. No, the Packers did not win calling for you ain't asking for a friend. You asking for me? Because, no, the Packers did not win. The Buccaneers won. Congratulations on that. I feel like the Packers have given up on the season. Stupid them, by the way. Because just last week you was in the hunt. The week before you was in the hunt too. And this week now you're 6-8. Ugh. Anyway, moving on. Oh, you was at the game. I was at the game too. Well, I was in 113, by the way. I was in 113 today. Great sight. I could rock with that. CMC being the MVP. Read my post. Ran into Josh Allen. Yeah. You know what's funny? I did actually see that post. I did. I saw it earlier. That's why I'm kind of glad too that you joined on tonight too. Because if you want, you could call in. I kind of want to get your perspective on this game. I'm probably gonna call Marcus about it too, about the game too. You was in 123. Damn, you wasn't too far from me. Triggered love, LOL. Ha, triggered love. That's funny. I like that catch. Like it. You get a love for that one. Ted said hi. What's good? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Got some great news for y'all too later on in the show. All right. We're going to get to the next game though. All right. Just make sure y'all know that the call line is down there where I just put it. You guys can call in whenever you're ready, whenever you want. But let's talk about this Bills-Cowboys game. Boy, oh boy, I got footage for days. The next show, I'm going to show some of this footage. I got all the footage from this game. I got footage from people talking stuff. It went from It went from look. It went from here we go to plug your nose real quick today. All right, it went from here we go to plug your nose, and there you go. As the Buffalo Bills, I want to start off by saying I did a show that broke down footage of the Dallas Cowboys, and last week against the Philadelphia Eagles, they looked phenomenal. I said, if Buffalo don't pay attention to a lot of this stuff, like Dak Prescott's loving to be in shotgun and 11 personnel, he loves that look. The 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back look, loves it. I've said this a million times about Dak Prescott. He's the best quarterback when he's throwing passes in between the numbers. When he does anything outside of that and to the boundary, there's some problems. That's where he has some of his issues. It's always been that. And today it showed big time. It showed that he has some definite issues. I'll read some more of these comments. Yes, they got humiliated. Well, they did. They got humiliated. Joe Brady is that dude. Great cause for the game. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Joe Brady in a minute too. I'm gonna talk about that even more in depth about that. Some of y'all may not like what I'm gonna say as far as that is concerned, as far as he is concerned, but we will get there. I promise you. Second time this season, yeah. James Cook showed what he can be when called upon. We will talk about James Cook as well. Some of y'all are not gonna like what I got to say, but I'm gonna say it because it needs to be said. Okay. Now I know I had fun in the very beginning talking about the chants went from here we go to plug your nose or there you go. But Buffalo, phenomenal job today. Josh Allen only had to throw 90. He only threw 15 passes in this game, 91 yards, and they dismantled the Dallas Cowboys. 21-3 was the score at the halftime. Latavius Murray, you saw it. I posted it on my page. I think all of the scoring is on my page. By the way, if you did not see it, all of it is on there. Latavius Murray, 2-yard touchdown run. James Cook, 18-yard touchdown pass. Phenomenal catch, by the way, from James Cook. We will talk about him in a minute, too. Brandon Aubrey hit the 32-yard field goal. Josh Allen's 1-yard run before the half put it up 21-3. And then the second half, you already know what happened. Tyler Bass, 23-yard field goal. They could have scored a touchdown on that one, but James Cook was thinking about celebrating getting in the end zone before he actually caught the pass, in which he dropped it. But nevertheless, he made up for it in the fourth quarter with the 24-yard touchdown run, as my guy put up numbers today, by the way. Oh, and CD Lamb caught his little 3-yard pass. I'm going to get that. That was in garbage time, okay? I'll make sure I mention it. CD Lamb, who you didn't hear nothing from today, definitely caught the touchdown pass in garbage time. 31-10 was the score. Josh Allen, once again, 7-15, 94 yards to touchdown. Dak Prescott, 21 of 34, 134 in the interception. So now let me ask this question. I asked the question about Lamar Jackson. I'm going to ask it about Dak Prescott. Is Dak Prescott a MVP candidate? Jeremiah, can you do me a favor? Can you grab me a cup? I need, just bring it to me. Bring it to me. I'm gonna need some water. I'm gonna need something to drink on this one. All right. And yes, my son is home. I'm super happy about that, by the way. Super happy. My son is back home. Where he belongs. Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, with that being said, Tony Pollard had 52 rushing yards. Listen, in the fourth quarter, do people not realize that the Dallas Cowboys only had like 90 yards of offense? So like the second last drive of the game, it was crazy. Unbelievable. CD Lamb, 7 catches, 53 yards. Okay. Let's look at it. Dallas, that's what happens. Defense better in Buffalo, and Bills have Joe Brady. LSU offense now, like Burrow, Chase, and Hilaire. Yes, he did. hmm I had predicted before the game that the Bills offensive line and defensive line would assert themselves. They did, definitely, Marcus. Big time asserting themselves today. Big time. Super happy. Super happy. Cheers to everybody that's tuned in right now to Rise Up Late Night, by the way. Definitely asserted themselves. Oh, by the way, I need to put this out there. I have to give great journalism its props when props is due. My guy Marcus Herring called this right out the other night when I was on Waffle Sports. The radio show called it right out about the Cardinals and how they beat Dallas with the run game. Great foreshadowing, watching film, studying the game. You get big kudos from me. I don't know how much that means. Oh, I guess it means something. But kudos to you because you called it. Cardinals game confirmed it. Sure did. Dallas defense is full of pass rushers, not run stoppers. Dallas second level defenders are small in size. Buffalo's offensive line took advantage big time. Sure did. Diggs is irrelevant, said Will. He is. We'll talk about him in a minute too. Joe Brady should be permanent OC. He better. Josh told me to hurry up and then called me back, told the truck and gave me props on the OG code. Oh yeah, I seen the stat that you said you was around Josh Allen. Y'all said no. Okay, Dak Prescott is not a MVP quarterback to y'all right now. Said Donna, said Dalton, said Chuck. Welcome home, Jeremiah. Dalton said welcome home. Jeremiah. Dalton said welcome home. Mm-hmm. He said thank you. I just thought about what you just said. Okay, I figured it out. Thank you. There you go. Will said yes. One bad game can't take him out of the conversation. He's not number one though. DJ Nico Shaw, what's up, my guy? Props to what you doing, my guy. Props to what you doing. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing. Hey, Paul, what's up? Y'all got a big game tomorrow. Can y'all please beat the Philadelphia Eagles? I just want to know. Can y'all beat Philadelphia? Please. All right. Dak played himself out of it. Once Ravens beat 49ers on Christmas, it's clear-cut Lamar Jackson. Okay. Peeper. My guy, Peeper in the house. PW. P. Washington. Sound like he played quarterback. Is in the house. DJ Nico Shaw said Dolphins lose next two. Bills went out and we win the division week 18. MVP, CMC, Tyreek Hill, number 2. Dak Prescott 3, Lamar 4, Purdy 5. Okay, which they won't. They play at Levi. Cheers. If Josh leads us to the playoffs, he's MVP hands down. Paul Robinson, what up? Chris Lewis, what's good? Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, absolutely. You got to give respect where respect is due, Marcus. 94 yards passing. He played himself out. Watch Diggs next week. Big dubs, baby. Welcome home, Jeremiah. Big Jeremiah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Jeremiah was on vacation for a little bit. I'm glad he's back home, for real. And I got my godson over here, too. Tavon. Shout out to him as well. So, let me read James Cook's stats real quick. 25 carries. Yes, sir. 25 carries. You heard it. Yes, sir. 179 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 4 catches, 48 yards. Yes, sir.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a
yes,
rate
sir.
Based on you.
Super happy.
Not one based on what.
I don't need no ads. Don't give me no ads tonight. I don't need that. We need that wrestling podcast. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to talking wrestling too. A lot of stuff going on in the wrestling world. Yes, a lot of stuff. Shout out to the wrestling world. It's good to be a wrestling fan right now too. All right. With that being said, though, yes sir. You heard me say yes sir to both of them. All right. So Bills took care of Dallas 31-10. Now, yes, this is a good thing that the Buffalo Bills did this. But here comes the realistic journalistic side of me. I am upset with the Buffalo Bills for three reasons. Three. Yes, I know it's a great win, and you guys are all super excited, but let's be clear, the Bills still have to win out. For the reason why I have this number three up, three reasons, is the reason why I'm upset. Because the Bills have to win three more games to be considered even being in the playoffs. Which gets me to reason number one why I'm upset with the Bills. Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane should have been made the change at offensive coordinator weeks before this. Weeks. Joe Brady has totally shown you guys 5 weeks in a row, or I think it's 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever, in a row, that he is committed to offensive balanced attack, something I've been talking about since week 1 with the Bills. Offensive balance. A balanced offensive attack is what this team is. This team is not an air raid team. It's not let me look for Stephon Diggs every goddamn play team. It's not, 15 targets to Stephon Diggs for 180 yards and a touchdown, but still lose the game because our defense, for some reason, which I'm going to get to that. So number one, Joe Brady should have been our offensive coordinator weeks before this. They should not have waited until the Bills was 6-6 to make that move. Because anybody who's real in journalism and with a good eye, and can read football knows that he should have been gone weeks before. Which this now proves that Ken Dorsey was not the patsy. Everybody keeps saying that he was a scapegoat. That's bullshit. He was not. I told you it was a matrimony of mediocrity with all four phases. Josh Allen, Ken Dorsey, Sean McDermott, and Brendan Beane. Which brings me now to Sean McDermott. Number two, Sean McDermott. You and Brendan Beane are a package deal. The fact that you guys are fighting for playoff position, fighting for your playoff life, pisses me entirely off. This season, hopefully, isn't a waste due to bad organizational moves or decisions. Sean McDermott, you have blown five games where Josh Allen has put you in the lead late in games and you cannot finish. Pisses me off. Glad that they won the Kansas City game, but we all know what happened with that. Not even gonna go there. That was probably the only time I could say that I felt like Joe Brady was effing up. Was the last drive of that game before they ended up giving the ball back to Kansas City, where he throws 3 times for no damn reason and then gives the ball back. Only time. Sean McDermott, 3 minutes. That's all you. That's all you. Now, earlier in the month, I was saying it's all you, Ken. No, this is you, Sean. Like dead ass. I'm hot about that. That's number 2. Number 3, James Cook is 32 yards away from 1,000 yards this season for a team that did not even commit to running the football the first 10, 12 weeks of the season. And my guy, James Cook, is almost at 1,000 yards. James Cook should have 1,200 yards right now. After what you just saw today, there's no way, and this is just me, there's no way if Joe Brady is the offensive coordinator, do the Bills lose to Denver. No way. If Joe Brady was the offensive coordinator against Cincinnati, I don't think the Bills lose that game either. No way. We are not having these conversations about the Bills barely sneaking in the playoffs or waiting until week 18 to beat the Dolphins. Hopefully, if and but, like ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd be eating all day long. Like we wouldn't be having those ifs and buts conversations had we been doing this weeks before. And by the way, James Cook is a top 10 running back right now. Give him his props right now. I'm sorry, but give it to him now. I'm highly annoyed by that. Mike, because I knew you was going to have something to say about it because I know how you feel. I know where we differ in opinion or we differ in our view of Sean McDermott as far as what this team has been this year. I know and I understand. You can call in if you want. Again, number is there. 716-954-5209. Matter of fact, let me see if I can even pull the banner out. Oh, yeah. Hold on. You know what? Boom. I'm just going to use this one. Just because. I'll use this one. There you go. Right there. And the ticketer. You want to call me? Come on and call me. I'm ready. I want to hear what you got to say. But you know how I feel about this. I'm very clean cut. Very clean cut. We could debate if you want. Listen. Not thrilled. I'm not pleased. I am not pleased. I think James Cook would be on a higher spectrum right now. And you're calling. Good. I'm glad. Here we go. Let's get him in here. Let's get him in here. I think this is Marcus. Marcus, what's up?
What up, yo?
What's good, my guy?
Man, chillin'. I had to call you before I turned it in. That's for sure.
For sure. I appreciate it. Now I know you got a different opinion about McDermott. I would love to hear your synopsis on this.
Okay. I'm gonna give my opinion, but I'm gonna back it up. And you can and for what you saw today, you're gonna see the differences. Okay. Right. You bring up the games I'm gonna mention, I'm gonna bring up is the Patriots, the Broncos, and even the Eagles. Okay. Them the main three.
Okay. You said Patriots
game,
mm-hmm.
Broncos game, even Eagles game.
Broncos, Eagles. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, especially with the Patriots and Broncos games,
mm-hmm.
when the Bills offense left the field, Bills were winning.
Correct.
So it was up to the defense. The defense at the time, obviously, we had lost Daquan and Milano and Trey White and all of those folks, right?
Sure.
The two facts that have shown out that I always said about with McDermott and people want to say is coaching and all of that is tackling. Bills before today's game, the Bills had 85 missed tackles.
Yeah, I seen that.
Our middle linebacker has 11.
Yep, I seen that.
11 missed tackles. Now
our middle linebacker is Bernard, correct.
You cannot have 11 missed tackles in the middle of the field. Now, when we go back to those games specifically, mm-hmm. Patriots game, Denver game.
Yep.
Patriots, the first play they had that gave them the momentum to drive down the field was a screen pass. Remember, it was a screen to Ramondre Stevenson, who went 40-some yards on a screen.
I do. I remember that.
Jordan Phillips missed a tackle. Bernard missed a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Rapp missed a tackle. 20 yards later, you already put yourself down into field goal range, and undoubtedly, obviously, ended up scoring because they didn't just stay in this narrative that he sits in zone coverage all the time, which is not the case. They got beaten man coverage on a couple of different plays. Dodson got beaten coverage, and unfortunately, Teron Johnson, who was actually one of our best players, that was probably the worst game he'd ever played as a Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, go to the Denver game.
Mm-hmm.
All of the plays that went down to the end where McDermott went with the all-out blitzes. Russ was in trouble. He flipped the ball to the running back who stayed in because our front four has been basically dominating throughout the year for the most part. Flipped it to the running back. Middle linebacker missed tackles. That little 3-4 yard flip turned into 10, 12 yard plays. And Leonard Floyd is a veteran. He was the guy who was the 12th man on the field for the field goal. I coach 11-year-olds. You know what unit you're on and what unit you're not on. If Leonard Floyd is off the field like the other players that weren't supposed to be on the field, that's another W. I understand when coaches, the thing when my opinion, when I say when coaches acting up or messing up, it's like the Chicago-Detroit game when you had Minnesota. Matter of fact, Minnesota. Because Brian Flores is the defensive coordinator for Minnesota. Brian Flores is an aggressive coach, likes to blitz. Just the other night when Chicago played Minnesota, he was sat back in zone against Justin Fields and them and wondered why they took the L, because he went back in something he doesn't normally do and allowed Chicago to come back and beat them.
Okay.
When you do stuff out of character, stuff that you normally don't do, and the situation doesn't call for it, I love Justin Fields. I know some of his family, and I know he's starting to finally get better and get his groove on and stuff. Mm-hmm. But at that point in time of the game, for you to just sit back there and just let him throw dimes down the field on a team that doesn't know how to play zone anyway, you took your own self out of position for your team, for your players to be successful. Because if you pay attention to Minnesota, they don't play zone very well.
Right.
I've watched throughout the year. So that's a situation where a coach is not putting his players in situations to be successful. McDermott is down about 7 starters now.
Okay.
They change up what the Bills do. They sit there, they'll sit in the zone as they show the zone, the shell and all that. And from there, post snap, they went to man, they went to 2-man, they go to 3-man, they drop a defensive end. There's all different changes. The issue that we didn't have today, that we've had throughout the year. How many missed tackles did you see today in the game?
0. Very seldom.
You see how much better your defense looks when you make tackles?
Yeah.
The one missed tackle they had was Rapp when he missed CeeDee Lamb at the end of the game, when CeeDee Lamb missed the tackle and CeeDee Lamb jumped at the end zone and scored. That was probably the only missed tackle you saw today.
Yep.
Look a little different, don't it?
Yeah. I get you. So you saying tackling has been the biggest issue? By
far. When you don't tackle, especially when you play zone, because they know they can't match up. Because players like Dotson, he started playing. He played a lot better, but you can't put him in space. And obviously he can't cover anybody. He's not Milano or anything like that, so you can't put him in that situation. You can send him on a blitz every once in a while. But if you notice, the Bills start putting more and more of their secondary players on the field. My man Cam Lewis, guy from UB, had a good game. He had to come out there and get out there and start playing man coverage. But the downside of that is now the second level gets smaller. So that's why your front four has to be powerful, has to be strong. But again, comes down to tackling. And because luckily the Bills' front line plays so well, because that tight end for Dallas, Ferguson's a monster. Ferguson's like 6'5", 6'6", 250, 260. You don't need him running around through the middle of secondary, because just getting him on the ground would be a problem. But if you notice, tackling was not an issue today. And when it's not an issue, the Bills are in victory formation. Coach can't help you tackle. Put you in positions, but he can't help you tackle.
Okay. I totally respect it. I kind of figured that was the angle you was gonna go with, because I seen it. I seen when you posted it, and I also did research it. 85 missed tackles from the Bills.
Yep.
That's fine and dandy. Here's my problem with that.
Bring it to me. Talk to me.
Here's my only problem. We're not even talking about missed tackles had they made moves with this offensive coordinator. And the reason why I say that is because you would have put up more points. There's no way in hell And the New England Patriots wouldn't have put up as many points either. There's no way in hell that the New England Patriots should have been able to come down on that last second drive and be able to watch Mac Jones look like Tom Brady and win a game against the Buffalo Bills because the Bills refused, and I say refused, to run the football. Balanced offensive attack, since you talked about when the Bills tackle, they in victory formation. Let me tell you what victory formation they is when they run a balanced offensive attack. It's
we on the
not
same
even
page
close.
with that. No, remember we had this conversation. I said, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, remember I said that if the Bills had lost to Tampa, I believe 100% that Dorsey would have been fired then. If you've been paying attention to McDermott, when he's been speaking, even with the wins and all of that, it's for the balance of how we don't run the football. But you couldn't fire Mc. You can't really. I ain't say you can't, but it'd been really hard to fire the offensive coordinator after you win a game. It's like if the Bills would have lost to Tampa, which is when it really was exposed, then you might have got that switch earlier.
Sorry, but I'd have fired him. I mean, Marty Schottenheimer got fired after 14 wins in the season.
That's the end of the season. That's the end of the season.
I get you.
Remember what happened in the season? They got destroyed in the playoffs. That's why they like, look.
Yeah, I know. I remember they got their boots smoked. Yes, absolutely.
That's why he got fired at the end of a 14-2 season.
Absolutely.
They got destroyed in the playoffs again.
Yeah, but my thing is this has been a whole year-on thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ken Dorsey hasn't really been consistent. Hadn't been consistent since last year after the Packers game, that Monday night Packers game where they were here. Ever since that game, Ken Dorsey looked very predictable, very sketchy, didn't make a lot of adjustments, and did not. And here's one thing that I will say Joe Brady is doing phenomenally, and I think he might even be doing it better than Dable, is keeping Josh Allen on the leash and making him run the doggone football.
Well, that's the whole key. The key is they running the football more, which is them other two. Remember, Dorsey was a quarterback too.
Oh yeah, I know. Miami hurt.
So obviously he want to throw the football more because that's what he do. And I believe because I'm more of a defensive minded person, I'm probably maybe a little tad more conservative. Even with my little league team, we run the football. So I understand how running the football is and what it does to you defensively. And knowing who we have back there, especially with our running back that can run and catch. And a lot of people love Motor, and I think Motor was a good dude, but it's night and day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Motor will catch the ball and give you 6-7 yards. James Cook catch the ball and give you 50.
Yeah, James Cook is a top, and yes, I said it. I don't give a damn. Y'all could be mad at me, whatever. James Cook last week was ranked number 7 in running backs. Guess what he should be ranked this week? Top 5.
He'd be ranked higher. Oh, absolutely. And if he had more carries, his numbers would be even better.
Right, but and that's what I'm saying. This is a team, right? But this is a team that refused to commit to the run for at least 10 weeks this season. And James
that was
Cook
on your OC.
That was on your OC. 1,000 yards, damn near. I mean, this guy should be a 1,200 yard back right now. And I'm telling you, his receiving ability is the reason why. Also, I say he's top 5 right now. Is because he's at least top 2 in receiving yards right now at the running back position. There is only 5 running backs that I think you could say is better than him right now. If anybody say Raheem Mostert, I'm going to laugh at you. I don't give a damn if he's got 16 touchdowns. We all know that those are 1 yard touchdown runs when Miami's had to go.
Hold on, fam. Hold on. Mostert, you talk about somebody underutilized. If Miami really wised up and ran the ball more, Miami be more dangerous than they are now.
Oh,
the reason Miami is not nowhere factor is because, and that's why Tariq is in Miami, because he's crying for the football. Miami could be way, way, way more dangerous than they are, but because they have to feed Tariq Hill the ball, they don't get a ball to Mosar and Achan and them two. Them boys, for real, if they really decided to put their mind to it, to run the football and focus on that, Miami would be a big problem.
Oh yeah, Achan is nice. Achan is very nice. I mean,
because of the speed that they have. So Mosar is actually legit, even though he's at that age, because of the speed, the explosive speed that he has for his size. Pause.
Right. I get
going
it.
back to the Bills, yeah, but my bad, cut you off. But going back to the Bills, Bills still is a throwing team, regardless. And my thing is defensively, so now speaking off them 3 games, if we got them 3 games, instead of being 8-6, we're 11-3.
Yeah, see, there's a difference. And I think
but those are 3 plays I'm talking about. I understand the offense. We on the same page offensively. We could have been better offensively as far as more of a balance and all of that. I'm speaking on defensively, things that you see in the games. If we tackle, all you gotta do is tackle. I ain't talking about scheme. I ain't talking about make sure this person here. I'm not even talking about personnel.
Right.
If they make tackles, first contact tackles, you first there on the scene, make the tackle. You don't have this conversation about the Patriots. You don't have this conversation about Denver. And as far as Philly, all they ran the off tackle, quarterback draw, and we missed on an open touchdown. 3 plays, 3 games.
Yeah.
I ain't even going to the other games. All the other games don't even matter. It's about 3 games that the Bills had the total control of that they didn't do. It wasn't what the other team did. It's what the Bills didn't do. And that's 11-3. Right. And we sit at 11-3 right now. What do we say? What number 1 in the division? Number 1 in the conference? We 11-3.
Yeah, number 1 in the conference with Baltimore.
With the Chargers coming up, the Patriots coming up, and then Miami again. Come on, man.
Yeah, I agree. I know what angle you was coming from. We have different angles.
I'm from the old school. I'm a school where the coaching, the scheme, and all, I put you in position. You got to catch the ball offensively. You got to make tackles. And the Bills showed it today. When they make tackles, now all of a sudden the zone looked great. The team was averaging 40 points a game. They got 10. And and here's the thing, you only got the field goal because Dodson did a dumbass play when he hit Dak late, Dak sliding. You gave him a free 15 yards, and he's able to go get the field goal.
Yeah, correct.
And the touchdown was 3 minutes left in the game. This was a team averaging 400 yards a game, 40 points.
Yeah.
And you hold them to 10.
And they had 90, and they only had 90 yards late in the fourth quarter.
In 3 quarters. They played zone, 2 high safeties, had the front 4 playing real aggressive. They sent 5 every blue moon, and they tackled.
Absolutely.
That's all they did. It wasn't nothing super exotic.
No,
every once in a while, they snuck some 2-man in there a little bit. They sent 5 every blue moon. But for the most part, they made you say, you're not getting this deep ball. You better take the short stuff. And you take the short stuff, we're going to tackle you. And then they're going to wait till you get impatient while the Bills kept the ball, played keep away, 11, 12 play drives, 7, 8 minutes. Then they don't see the ball for a half hour. So now they got to come back on the field. They got to come on the field. They cold. They not no rhythm and all of that. That's what we talked about before. That's balance. Yeah. Offense stay on the field.
Absolutely.
Defense come on fresh. We good money.
Yeah, that was a work of art tonight. That was a definite work of art. All those drives, keeping them off the field, running the football, off tackle. They ran the ball off tackle so much it was successful. When they did think that they was gonna run off the tackle and seal the edge, the guy James Cook bust one between the tackles for a touchdown, and I'm like, that's what exactly. That's game plan. I'm like, yes, that is great because we talked about that when we looked at the Dallas Philly film too. I broke down a lot of that stuff that was going on with the game, how Dallas was successful with this, where the Bills could be successful in some of the plays that I saw Philly successful in. And I also noticed, to add to your point on this defensive thing, is that they know Dak is good between the numbers. That's what Dak likes. He likes those passes between the numbers. He doesn't like those passes outside the numbers to the boundary. Doesn't like that. He's
No.
not great at that. And when he went to go throw between the numbers, you seen my Jordan Poyer almost picked him off.
That's what I'm saying. Because it takes a much stronger iron to be outside to throw them balls, the ball outside the numbers, but that's not where they want to be at. They like the inside the middle of the field, and they thought they could attack the middle of the field because if watching tape, you got Bernard. People keep forgetting. Bernard, this is 13 weeks, 14 weeks in. He's in a starter for 14 games. That's it. Dodson, we already know you. If Tremaine was gone, you still be just on special teams. Absolutely. And then the next one is a rookie that's in there. So the middle of the field has been susceptible throughout the year, and that's where Dak likes to do his damage at. So they figure, you know what, we're gonna go in here because this is what we do. But because of the fact that the Bills, especially the D line, and I said prior to, the left side of the line is strong, but Steele and the right side, Zach Martin, was the weak link. That meant Floyd was going to get off, and I need nobody on that side. By them applying the pressure over there, he didn't have to, and they just sat in the middle and just waited on him. They couldn't work that, but they couldn't work that there.
Right.
And then he got impatient. That's when the sacks come. Then the sacks come, and then the interception came. We could have had more picks than that. We dropped 3 picks.
Yeah, they dropped 3 picks today.
Dropped the pick. Yeah. Brian Johnson dropped the pick on the sideline because he don't have the arm strength to get it out there.
Right.
Poyer dropped that other pick too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then they finally got one with Benford, didn't they?
Yeah, and he threw it right to pick. He couldn't drop that one. Benford should have had 2 because he had another one they broke on, but CeeDee Lamb had to play defense on Benford because Benford should have caught the other one.
Correct. Yeah. Let me get to some of these comments real quick while you on. 6-7 years in the league now. He should have learned something by now. Oh, my goodness. Donna talking about Sean McDermott. That was before you called. James Cook is a Georgia Bulldog. Let him eat winning pedigree. Yeah, James Cook, again, I told y'all this weeks ago. James Cook was the best player on the field. And we're going to get to Stephon Diggs in a minute, too. We're going to talk about him in a minute, too. And then we're going to move on. Eagles got screwed hands down. Yes, Bills did. They should have been a game Eagles lost. Yeah, Eagles should have lost that game. Seahawks should have beat the Cowboys, the game I attended with my son on the 30th of November. What's up, Jesse Neal? Shout out to Jesse Neal. Shout out to Jennifer Frederick that's in the building. Shout out to Doug Kroon that's in the building. Said Dorsey's last good game was at Miami in college. Will the Mumbai said in that voice. Here we go. That's the yo.
I'm so glad I didn't need to hear that bullshit. I couldn't stand
it. Oh my God. Marcus, they were saying that listen, before the game started, that's all you heard constantly was here we go. And I mean the Dallas fans travel now.
Yeah, they traveled. They was there.
They definitely was there in big effect. They showed up big time. But all I can say is them chants went real quiet at halftime. You ain't hearing not a chant at all. And I'm over there talking to them like, what happened to y'all chant? What's up? Here we go. What happened? Y'all plugged y'all nose? Y'all want to drown? Like that's what it's looking like. Y'all drowning right now.
That's a fact. Make it here we go next week because now they need them to beat up on Miami.
Right. Yeah, you definitely need them to bounce back and beat up on Miami for sure. Absolutely. Jennifer said Poyer dropped 1. We probably dropped 3. Benford dropped 1. James Cook looks like his brother in his prime. Yeah, absolutely. James Cook, again, phenomenal. By the way, when he walked out the tunnel, looked so humble. He was so humble. You could tell James Cook. Now, remember, James Cook, when he first came here, remember they was talking about how James Cook was looking. Remember that? Remember
how he looked like he wasn't interested.
Yeah, like he wasn't interested. That has totally changed now. And he's very humble, by the way.
Very humble young man. He's a good kid. Real good kid, man.
Definitely.
That's for sure.
Working.
That's for sure.
Working super hard.
They're my folks too. Jennifer and Doug, they're my folks there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep, I've been on them for a long, long time too. Doug and Jennifer. Shout out to y'all too for tuning in. Listen, Bills 31-10 again. We're gonna need them to continue to do what they've been doing these last couple of weeks and today they put their foot on the gas. Something that I wanted them to do against Kansas City. They put their foot on the gas and they won the game outright. All right. Think about earlier in the season, McDermott kept benching him for BS. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there about McDermott benching him for that fumble.
That's coaching. And as a coach, absolutely, that's coaching. And the thing about it, and me and my guy John, we had this debate about that all the time. Like, absolutely benching. Let him get himself situated. But the first person that came to him that said, okay, you back on the field was McDermott. And the first person that showed him love after he ran the ball good was McDermott. See, that's the stuff people don't see and don't be understanding. That's what coaching's about. Because you take him out to reset himself, get his mind getting ready to, you need to refocus, get yourself together because you're too important to be putting the ball on the ground like that. Is football created equal for everybody? No, absolutely not. Because back in the day, if Emmitt Smith fumble, Emmitt Smith ain't coming out the game.
Right. If Christian McCaffrey fumble, he ain't coming out the game.
If Christian McCaffrey fumble, he ain't coming out the game. He's not going to come out because people coach differently and all that. I didn't have a problem with it because if you notice, Cook, since that fumble, he looked like a man possessed. And he obviously being rewarded for not fumbling the ball and for playing the way he playing. He had 25 carries?
Absolutely.
25 today. Had 25 carries since Josh Allen been quarterback.
Yeah, right. You're right about that. 200 yards from scrimmage today too.
That's like I said, that type of balance with him being back there is where the league is in big trouble. Josh throws for 94 yards. We win by 21 points. And he's just chilling. So now that shows we can bully ball. We can 5 wide and air it out. We can run our big quarterback at 245. We can win however we need to win. And the thing about it is everybody's on board. Diggs was down there blocking. Gabe Davis was blocking. Receivers was blocking. They said, look, whatever it takes to win, let's win. That's the mindset you got to have as a team. So, and I'm kind of saying this preview about Diggs. People worry about Diggs' production and all of that. Damn, could care less about all that. As long as he bought in to winning, that's what matters. And we need you to be Diggs, like that catch he made, that 3rd and 8, in the rain, the one-handed catch there. That's why you Diggs.
Now, with that being said, I am glad that you brought up Stephon Diggs because I was going to say the same thing. You couldn't have said it better. I do not give a damn about Diggs' stat line at all.
Not at all.
You need football games. You need wins. Don't give a damn. This is why I was talking about pandering to Diggs earlier in the season. I am glad Joe Brady has not. And if you look at Diggs' last 5 weeks, Diggs the last 5 weeks, look at them stats.
He ain't having a problem with it though. That's the funny part about it. He ain't the one tripping. And when I saw him blocking before, Diggs would take himself off the field when you knew it was a run. If people really paid attention to the game, certain times when Diggs came off the field, you knew it was a run because he wasn't blocking nobody. Keep it a buck. Diggs was blocking today. Diggs was downfield blocking, and when receivers block, that's how you get the extra longer runs.
Absolutely. One more thing, too. Gabe Davis. Yep.
That's another one. He was blocking, too, but
it's
not. It just wasn't in the cards for him to touch the ball. None of the receivers really got balls thrown to him. But I would say this, because Gabe Davis is that enigma because you can't ignore what he did in the playoffs. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Jerry Rice didn't score 4 touchdowns in the playoff game. But with that being said, I'm looking at next week. You're going against a team that has nothing to lose. It's going to be indoor. There ain't going to be no weather issue. They're going to still play man coverage and all that type of stuff. I think that's where they're going to try to get the receivers the ball next week.
Yeah, that's why I saw somebody said, watch out for Diggs next week.
Yeah, I think Diggs is going to eat next week. I think Diggs is going to eat because they are going to the Chargers, Alex, is this new everything, new head coach and all that. So you never really know what they're going to do. But because they still got Bosa and Khalil Mack on the edges, so they still feel they can still get to the quarterback. Their second level is not very good as far as covering. They got Derwin James in the back, obviously. The one corner actually is pretty good that they have, and they got obviously Samuel at the other corner. But they're going to play a lot of man coverage. So if the Bills show they can block, I think they are going to get a wide out, so probably a little bit more work next week, especially because now there's no weather factor. It's indoors, it's controlled, it's on turf and all of that. I think they are going to throw the ball a little bit more and probably feed, not necessarily feed them, but maybe the game plan might be more toward our outside guys, like Gabe. That's my own opinion. That's what I think is going to occur. Because Gabe ain't said a word in the last. He ain't said a word at all, and he's been that teammate that's looking out. But to think that the coaches don't try to help certain players out, give them the ball and feed them the ball a little bit and all of that, of course they do. And I think Gabe will probably be a bigger part of the game plan next week.
All right, interesting enough. Let's move on to the 49ers.
That's the team right there.
49ers go into Arizona 45-29. Now, I know some people have been waiting for that, but let me read some of these comments too real quick because I know I got plenty of comments going on in the comment section as well. Real quick before we get into this 49ers game. All right. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Marcus is talking. Yes, it is. Marcus said, Jennifer said, who's that talking? Marcus. Oh, my guy. I thought it was. I wasn't sure. Yep, that was Marcus. Gabe was blocking. Yeah, Gabe was blocking. He was getting his blocks in. For sure. Let's see here. Make sure y'all like and share. We ended the first hour, by the way. First hour, Rise Up Late Night. Man. 49ers. Are the 49ers the best team in football right now? Is the 49ers the best football team in the league? Put it in the comment section. Marcus, I know you on the line, so go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on this real quick before we get into all the analytics.
About the 49ers?
Yes.
No, they right now they are the best team in the league. But the thing about it, the best team in the league don't always win. It's whatever happens on game day. They scored 45, but they gave up 29 points to the Cardinals. Is that what you said the score was? 45-29?
Yes.
See, that's interesting because now game planning against them, if you have the 49ers as your opponent, then you want to see how did they score. Now I didn't see that game at all. I'm gonna be up tonight for a little bit, so I always get around watching the games. Is from what I remember, the last game I remember really watching the detail of the 49ers. This was before they picked up Chase Young.
What up?
A mobile quarterback gives them problems.
Zach, what up? Yep, mobile quarterbacks give them problems. Corey Williams, what up too? How about those Cowboys?
That's my cousin, probably. Corey Williams?
Yep.
Might be my cousin.
Yep.
Yeah, you gave up 20. If that defense gave up 29 points to the Arizona Cardinals, that's something to pay attention to.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's something to pay attention to because Kyler Murray, he do what he do as far as running the ball, running around and all of that. Who are their main wideouts? Think about it.
Wow. So, okay. So interesting enough, I'll go back to that later. I asked about James Cook being the top 10 running back in the league. I'm going to get to some of these comments later on too about that. We'll get to that later on after we talk about these 49ers. Yeah, the 49ers have phenomenal players on the offense and defensive side. I think they're the best team in football. Now, here's the question that everybody wants to have a great opinion on, and that's, is Brock Purdy? What's your take on Brock Purdy? Put it in the comment section. Mookie's in the house. Dalton's in the house. Will, what's up? Mookie is definitely in the house. Mook. my guy, Coach Mookie, in the house. All touchdowns. Donna said all touchdowns. Said always. Said no, Marcus. Said no, Marcus. Said Jennifer. Always. Brock Purdy will win. Paul Robinson, what's good, my guy? Said Brock Purdy will win MVP.
Now, the MVP is CMC. If CMC is not on the field, that's an entirely different unit. I'd rather I don't know. Brock Purdy, like they say, when everybody's in position, everybody there, man, he drives that Lamborghini right down the street like without fail. That Chris McCaffrey is a problem. But because no matter what he does, if he goes in motion, you have to follow him because he can do everything. I just say Chris McCaffrey over Brock Purdy to me I don't think it's even debatable, to be perfectly honest.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
I gotta go Chris McCaffrey over Brock Purdy.
All right. Interesting enough.
That's me. I mean, to be perfectly honest, the one player that's probably more over them. If you see the Miami Dolphins offense without Tyreek Hill, they're a shell of themselves.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey had 3 scores today. 49ers clinched the NFC West. 6 straight victory for them. 45 points. Debo Samuel, those guys looking real good. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdowns, 242 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 115 yards rushing with a touchdown, and then 72 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns. All right.
Like I said, the MVP is CMC.
So, and they only had the ball 25 minutes in this game. Arizona had the ball 35 minutes. So they had 10 extra minutes, and 49ers still won by a nice, large margin.
45-22. So that's 3 scores.
No.
About 3 scores.
45-29 was the score. Yep. And they won again. They won again. Best team in football. Talking about their counterparts in the NFC West, the Rams took care of the Commanders 28-20. Cooper Kupp, wide open. By the way, the Rams wide open in the playoff race right now. Rams that came back from oblivion.
Yeah, Rams is sneaking.
Yeah, they sneaky.
Rams being real sneaky. They could have got the Ravens last week.
Yeah, very close. Very close.
They could have got the Ravens. So yeah, like I said, the key is when you playing your best ball. And right about now, it is what it is. You got it. I mean, people can run. They can run to their narrative. They can run to what they think is better and who they favorites and all of that. Just watch the film. Stop listening to the narratives and watch the games yourself, and then see for yourself.
Yeah,
what's going on.
Yep, absolutely. I agree. Now, here's a question. Since Kyren Williams is a running back who's really good this year too, who's better? Put it in the comment section.
Between who?
James Cook, Kyren Williams. Put it in the comment section. Kyren Williams had 27 carries today, 152 yards and a touchdown. Put it in the comment section. They got Kyren Williams over. They had Kyren Williams over James Cook last week. I don't know if that's going to be the case this week.
I don't know if it's going to be that way this week.
Right, but they did last week. Now, moving right along. Come on, the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons. Come on, man. I don't know who works, the Georgia Bulldogs or the Atlanta Falcons right now. Dude.
That's what happened when you don't show up to play.
The Falcons knocked out of first in the NFC South, losing to a 1-12 Panthers team. 1-12. 9-7, by the way. 9-7 was the score.
Once again, if you don't show up to play, that'll happen to you.
Hubbard had 87 yards rushing. Young threw for 167. Snapped a 6-game losing streak in Atlanta. Come on, Atlanta. This is just really it. Like, Bijan Robinson turned the ball over late. Ritter was 12 for 22, 152 yards, had a touchdown, and definitely had a costly pick in the game. And yeah, with that being said, the Falcons are going to find ways to be the Atlanta Falcons, I guess. I'm going to move right along because they didn't do much at all, and I ain't trying to give them too much time on Rise Up Late Night. By the way, shout out to everybody that's tuned in, too. All right, shout out to everybody tuned in. Saints 24-6 over the Giants, a team who beat the Packers last week. Goes into New Orleans and throws up a doozy this week. They wasn't doing none of this week. Wasn't doing none of this week. Him or his Danny DeVito looking agent wasn't doing none of that this week. Okay. Saints took care of business. That NFC South is super, super, super weak. Derek Carr threw 3 touchdown passes against the Giants today and remained tied atop of the NFC South. Now, my question to you guys who tuned in, listening right now, what team will win the division that nobody wants to win? The NFC South. Marcus.
Who this depends on that. Who plays who? Who plays who? Who has the schedule? Let me pull up and see who got the schedule. Who playing who? Because matchups matter.
They do. Why are you doing that?
Now.
Why are you doing that? I'm gonna read some of these comments. You got Donna. She said, and we had 2 picks. Rams are gonna be the problem down the stretch. Said Jennifer. That Puka Nacua is definitely nasty. Doug, definitely nasty. Him and Cooper Kupp. Boy. Jennifer said Cook, not being biased. He's better than Kyron Williams. Again, you can put it in the comments. I'll put it down here in the comments. Who is better? Who is better? Cook or Williams? All right. Putting it right there in the comments for you. Bam. Who's better? All right. Moving right along. I want to keep going. While you looking that up, tell me about that about those schedules, because I know you're pulling them up. Chiefs win 27-17 over the Patriots this week. Patriots, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about the Patriots. The Patriots have been god awful.
And what's crazy, I was watching part of that game early. They was up in there. They they didn't mention Mahomes threw another interception today. Kelsey had another drop in the end zone. You ain't hear none of that though, did you? Through the
Oh no, of course not. Of course not.
You ain't hear, of course not, exactly. Yeah. Of course you didn't. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that's the part that be hilarious to me. How like I said, when it goes with the narratives they want to use, and the narratives they forget to bring up and stuff. But yeah, he had another drop in the end zone. Then he tried to flop his way to a call. The ref looked at him like, "Get up, get up. We're not trying to do that."
Mahomes had 2 interceptions today.
I saw the one, and I said, "Oh, they up in there," but then Zappy, he just threw the ball right back. The interception he threw was so bad, that just made me turn that off. I had to go to something else. It was that bad. I mean, you threw it right to the guy. It was that bad.
Yeah. Rice had 91 yards and a touchdown. Mahomes 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 305 yards on the game. 27-17, 9-5 Chiefs. Chiefs still looking for the number 1 seed if they can try to get it, but they 2 games behind Baltimore. I don't think they're gonna get it. To be honest with you, I don't think the Chiefs will get the number 1 seed.
I think they're gonna be. They'll probably be on the road. See, the problem with the league with these teams, you just never know who's gonna show up. That's just the problem. Which team? Like, there's no way you would have thought Carolina would beat anybody.
Right.
But Atlanta, you just say, you know what? We ain't got nothing better to do. This is an easy win. We just gonna keep it moving. And they just said, here, take that.
Take that. Oh, I don't want to do that.
I don't want it. You know what? I got to go with Baker Mayfield at quarterback for the Bucks. I think the Bucks might do it.
Oh,
Baker Mayfield actually is good. Actually, has played rather well for the most part.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, I might have to.
I'm about to read some of these comments. Who do you think will win the NFC South? Was the question. I'm gonna read some of these comments in a moment. Tua Tagovailoa only had 3 incompletions today. Only 3, 224 yards. Waddle had 142 yards and a touchdown. Mostert had 42 yards on 15 carries and 2 touchdowns. Yeah. James Cook has definitely snuck up the rankings. Okay, definitely snuck up the rankings for sure. Texans get the job done against the Titans. 19-16. CJ Stroud and his team is still alive for the playoff hunt.
Big win for them.
Yeah, they won it. They won on a 54-yard field goal in overtime in Tennessee. Good game, by the way. Will Levis started it off with a 1-yard touchdown run, but late in the game, Noah Brown caught a 3-yard pass from Case Keenum. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, Case Keenum did his thing.
Oh, that's right. Case Keenum played today. That was without CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud ain't even play today. That's good. Okay, that's cool. They won without Stroud. 229 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Devin Singletary, 26 carries, y'all. 26 carries, 121.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Ex-Bills running backs. Moving on. Tampa Bay Bucks beat the Packers by 2 touchdowns in Lambeau. Packers disappoint me so badly, I swear.
They young.
Yeah, they are. Baker threw for 81 yards, though. Ugh. Making the Packers look real bad this week. 4 touchdown passes. And you know the Bucks trying to keep pace in the NFC South as... Yeah, Packers got toe up from the flow up today. Yes, love. It was a different type of love for Love today. I don't think it was very unconditional today. 284 yards though. He had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, but Baker Mayfield just outplayed him. 4 touchdowns, like I said.
Baker been playing.
Yeah,
Baker has been playing well. That's what I'm saying. If anybody sneak up in there, Baker Mayfield, because I'm thinking back to the Bills game with Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
He's a feisty player, and obviously he ain't real super athletic, but he avoided a bunch of sacks, especially in our game, and that's who he is. And he run. If he need 4 or 5 yards, even 8 yards, he gonna go get them.
Yeah.
And his arm is not. Did win the Heisman. And when he came out, when they was coming out, he had the best stats coming out, and he wasn't throwing them against Division II. He has some numbers against some boys in Division I, against some of them top dogs. So he has some talent, and he got it right. He had a good fit in Tampa. I could see them winning the division.
Yeah, Chris Godwin had 155 yards in this game, 10 catches today. Big game for Chris Godwin. Moving right along.
I always like Chris Godwin.
Huh?
I always like Chris Godwin. He's like a remember OBJ's homeboy that was LSU with him? He used to be with the Dolphins, slot receiver. Can't remember his name.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you making me.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. Put it in the comment section if you know the receiver he's talking about right now. OBJ was playing at LSU. Who's the slot receiver that was playing with them at the time? Go ahead and look it up.
He's a Miami Dolphin. Real feisty dude. They did Hard Knocks. He was the one. He was telling them you got to play the game. You can't be hurt. You got to be at practice.
Yep.
actually reminds me of him. Except a little, yeah, it's exactly like him. Oh man. Yeah, somebody gonna figure that someday because now it's gonna bother me. I gotta figure out who that was.
All right, moving right along. Browns, Bears. Bears, 2 good weeks this week. They didn't win this week, but good fight. A lot of good fight in these Bears this week as well. As it took a 34-yard field goal for the Cleveland Browns to win this game at home. Joe Flacco threw for 374 yards. By the way,
got to get interceptions too.
Yes, he did. He threw 3 today. Oof.
He threw 3. Did.
Justin Fields threw 2 though.
Unfortunately, that's kind of what messed them up. But the Bears been playing pretty good lately.
Yes, they have. But you got to give Joe Flacco some props. Coming to this team, getting them winning. I need Cleveland to continue to win because I do not, and I have a bad feeling that my prediction is starting to go down the drain about these Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals are still a problem.
Jake Browning came in and saved the season. I'm so annoyed about these damn Bengals.
They're a problem.
Boy.
They are really a problem. And I said their problem to be is T. Higgins.
Yeah, T. Higgins is a definite problem.
T. Higgins in the slot. T. Higgins in the slot, to me, is the key to their offense. Because with him at the slot, it forces you defensively. You can't bring another linebacker in the game. Obviously, you can't. He's nowhere near. So you got a nickel back in there. So because of that, that helps Mixon out in the run game. But also because Jamar Chase is on the outside, he's getting double teamed as it is. So if you double team and Chase, how do you double team? It's hard to double team somebody in the slot.
Right. Absolutely.
It presents so many different problems, especially being 6'5".
Yeah.
Because there's nobody in the slot corners and all of that. They barely 6 feet. He's 6'5".
Yeah. Speaking of 2 good receivers, DJ Moore and Cooper. Amari Cooper. Yeah. Now, Amari Cooper had 4 catches, 109 yards and a touchdown. DJ Moore had 52 yards on 4 catches. My question to you guys is if you had to pick one receiver, which one would it be out of DJ Moore and Amari Cooper?
DJ Moore. That's what I'm taking. DJ Moore, because DJ Moore is a deep threat too. He does everything. He can do everything. Amari Cooper's routes might be a tad better. DJ Moore, he's a deep threat too. Amari Cooper ain't blazing nobody downfield. Not in my opinion, anyway. I like DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore was underrated because of where he came from. The Panthers, obviously, quarterback situation there. He didn't help start elevating Justin already. I would definitely go DJ Moore over Amari Cooper, who's not a slouch, of course.
Right. Shout out to Deborah Beatty. What's up, Deborah Beatty? Hey, Brenda. Brenda is in the house. Shout out to you as well. I'm going to put some questions in here for you guys right now. Who, obviously, who is the MVP right now. I'm going to also say who was the best player in week 14. Overall. Best team this week was
it's hard to trying to go through the games.
And then surprise team this week was.
Pretty good.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All in the comment section. All right. Moving right along. We got to move right along. We got we talk about Saturday's games. The Lions 42-17 over the Broncos. Lions 10 wins this year. Are the Lions for real? And how far will the Detroit Lions get in the playoffs? Colts 30-13 over the Steelers. Should Mike Tomlin be on the hot seat? Bengals 27, Vikings 24 in overtime. Which team? Well, that's a bad question. I don't even know. You know what? No, it ain't. It's a good question. Which team will, if they both make the playoffs, go have a better chance of going further in the playoffs? The Bengals or the Vikings? And then finally, we know that the Raiders, after not scoring a single point the week before, came out and scored 63 points, which got Brandon Staley fired. 63-21 Thursday night over the Chargers, a team that the Bills play coming up. I expect the Bills to at least put up 40 on the Chargers.
That's going to be an interesting game. Early. That might be an interesting game early.
Yeah, because the travel is what I was most worried about.
Also, like I said, when you're going against a team, it's a whole new ending, new coach, new philosophy, new everything. So you're gonna get out, they're gonna come out with a whole bunch of energy, and not to mention you got people playing for their jobs. So that's a different type of desperation there.
Oh yeah.
Especially like I said, you put that plan for your job, and you ain't got nothing to lose. They come to your house. They got a little bit of extra rest. It could be interesting early. Early could be interesting. I still think that we're still without question. The Bills should just still separate from them, rather than not even super easily, but they just don't match up. And once the thing is to get on them early. Last thing you want to do is let a team hang around and get confidence. That's what you don't want them to do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So tomorrow, well, actually today, because it's 2:05. Seahawks, Eagles. Put your predictions in the comment section right now. Who wins this game tonight? Monday Night Football. Seahawks, Eagles. It's the battle of the birds. Who wins?
Interesting. I gotta go with the Eagles. Where they playing at?
Seattle.
Oh, that's a different place to play. Different place to play.
Philly is a 3-point favorite.
That secondary, that Eagles secondary is suspect. Oh, you know what? I think we might go with the upset here. I think it might go with the upset. Just remember, Slay had surgery. He had knee surgery. Darius Slay, he had knee surgery. He's out the rest of the season.
The matchup predictor has 60%, 59% saying the Eagles will win this game, according to ESPN Analytics.
I'm going with the upset.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the upset myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that Darius Slay not playing is a big factor. And DK, Lockett, and that young boy from Ohio State, yeah, they can do some damage. They can do some damage to that Eagles secondary, especially Slay not playing. The safety already out too. Yeah, I think I'm going with Seattle. I'm going to go with Seattle.
All right. Now, with that being said, comments in the comment section, Q&A. While I run this down real quick. Phenomenal game today with the Bills and Cowboys. Shout out to the Upstate Lady Predators. They are a women's professional tackle football team.
Love it.
Shout out to them. I'm going to be getting a lot of information from them coming up because they have offered me a position to work with them. And it's going to be interesting because they need some other, positions covered. So if people, and I'm going to get all the information. When I get all the information, I'm going to post it, and I'm going to create what is an infomercial so that everybody can see it. We got the Buffalo Extreme. Shout out to Extreme, by the way. They won tonight. By the way, shout out to the ABA basketball team. Phenomenal team, by the way. Lots of fun. 4th in the nation currently, right now. Really, really good ABA. I'm glad the ABA is back in the city of Buffalo for sure. And now, as you heard it, they have a men's and women's semi-pro tackle football league. So that's
Buffalo Stampede too.
Yes, and the Buffalo Stampede as well. That is going to be a whole lot of fun. Matter of fact, Marcus, what's the information on the Buffalo Stampede? When does that start? And
I know they have practice coming up Tuesday. James Foster, he's one of my guys. He's the president. He said there's going to be practice upcoming Tuesday.
Where's those games being held if they're here?
I'll get that info from him, and as soon as I find out from him, I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, definitely let me know, because we always want to support, especially both of us being media journalist guys. We definitely want to support as much as possible. Again, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Man, Mook, I can't wait till Wednesday. You was right. By the way, hats off to you. Shout out to Desiree too. I see you, Des. I see you. Watching the show. I appreciate you.
I told him to say, make sure he asks them when he get with the players. One, what's up with Fournette? Is he going to be active soon? I'm curious to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's that's something I've kind of been wondering about myself. Like, what's up with Leonard Fournette?
Now, part of it too, I will say that Murray hasn't played bad. I know his pass protection is on point. So I think that, to me, that's probably why he gets the nod. And Ty Johnson obviously is the backup returner. And I know Leonard Fournette ain't doing returns, him or Murray. So I guess if Fournette is active, Murray would be inactive.
Right.
So maybe it's that factor with the pass protection. I don't know, but I'm sure Mookie he know how to ask him questions without asking questions.
Oh, for sure. You know Mookie, definitely, absolutely legendary with the press conference. Man, learned a lot from him, and Pat as well. Shout out to Pat Freeman and everybody too. Paid away, you as well, Marcus. Shout out to you being on the show and everything you've done. I learned a lot from you as well, getting a lot of different angles, different different outlooks when it comes to sports. I want to end the night by talking about this. How many people know that? How many people, and this is going to be crazy, this is going to throw people for a loop, because you were like, what? You just went from NFL football talk to Buffalo sports to, did y'all know that black people created hockey? Uh-oh. 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 Did you know that, Marcus?
Not at all.
So, interesting enough, I will be writing an article coming up very, very soon on how in Nova Scotia in the 1850s, there were black hockey leagues. And I will be writing about it. And how hockey became a big, big, big sport in Canada due to these said hockey leagues. Bet you that threw you for a loop. I bet you nobody was expecting that. You probably, out of anything that you could have talked about or said, guarantee you wasn't expecting that one. But yes, it's coming. Very much so. Very much so. Articles coming. Big time articles. Definitely gonna write one on that for sure. Now, that being said,
check it out.
This was a whole lot of fun. I am going to build a show on Saturdays, specifically in the daytime. The Firestarters Collective show will be most likely Saturdays. I have not picked a time, but it will happen. I will be picking a time this week because I want to make sure I get as many people as possible to watch on a Saturday for the Firestarters Collective. And I'll be having people on and bringing guests on and things of that nature. Real cool. We working. All right. I know I've been getting inboxes like, hey, when you gonna have a daytime show? Working on it. Promise you. Working on it. All right.
That'll work. I'm actually watching that San Fran game.
Yeah, I'm about to actually watch some clips too. I'm about to watch some clips and do some research, do some film study. On Saturdays, though, I will be breaking down film. I will be inviting everybody to the fire station. All right, the fire starter gotta welcome you to the fire station. We're gonna break down certain things. We're gonna break down the formations, stuff like that. We're gonna talk real analytics on what you see in a football game. I will tell you now, thanks to Pat, Marcus, and Mookie, they have gave me a different perspective on how I watch football.
Appreciate you. Whoa, Lord.
Totally. I mean, at times I was watching football. I ain't gonna hold you. I was watching football. I knew about the 11-12 formation, 10 formation, 21-22. Knew about that. But I'm talking about like the analytics behind it. You know, all the pre-snap stuff, all the personnel stuff, what you looking for. Helped me out a lot today, by the way, too. You had fans in the stands too, Marcus, like, yo, you called that play out. Like, I'm like, yeah, man, because watching football from a different perspective.
You see certain things, when you see stuff, you know when it opens up.
Yeah.
When things open up. And I'm looking at this first drive, I see why they had problems. Kyler Murray.
Yeah, mobile.
Yeah, mobile quarterback.
Well, here's my thing, though. You said mobile quarterback, and it's interesting that you speak on that. See, now we're talking to 49ers again. Good thing we're talking to 49ers. Then why didn't they have issues with Dak or Jalen?
Well, Dak, both of them are coming off injuries. Dak is still injured. Dak is absolutely that ankle. Dak ain't been the same since that ankle. He's straight line, and Jalen Hurts with that knee, pretty much straight line. Kyler Murray is everywhere. There's a difference when you can plant, move, and go instead of running straight. And as I'm seeing right now, how Arizona just marched down the field on San Fran because Kyler Murray got outside and ran like 40.
Oh, wow.
Took it right down the field. James Cook. James Cook. I got James Cook on the mind. James Conner ran it in. Power run right through the middle. 7-zip. Arizona started the game.
Yo, these comments is funny. Doug, okay, so Doug started off and said there's a commentary on the CHL. Yep. Appreciate that, brother, said Paul Robinson. We kicked Arizona's butt, said Deborah Beatty. We put up 45 points. Jennifer said, I learned a lot from y'all. Robert said, what time were the Cowboys going to play?
He said, what time Cowboys what?
We're going to play. What time was they actually going to play? Chuck Thomas, DJ Nico Shaw in the building. Zach's in the building, too. Shout out to Zach.
I said, what's up?
Doug Kroom said, Dak really rarely takes off running unless he's under pressure. Robert Leader, what's up? Again, he was saying that. He's funny. All right, so y'all ain't answered my question, so I guess I'm gonna put them out there for y'all one more time. All right, so best player this week was, best team this week was, who is the front runner for MVP right now currently, and who was your surprise team this week? I'll put them out there. Go ahead. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you answer that. I'm gonna let you answer those, Marcus, real quick before we go. I'm gonna let you answer those. I'm gonna go grab something to drink real fast. I'm gonna let you answer those.
All right.
And he thinking hard.
Yeah. Yo, three between. I mean, James Cook has to be in the conversation. Christian McCaffrey got to be in the conversation. Baker Mayfield says he threw for like 380.
384. 4 touchdowns.
You know, 3 right there. Surprise team. Panthers winning number 2. I mean, winning number 2, it is what it is. Who else? I'm going to get 3. I can't pick one. I'm going to try to do 3. Houston, big game. Big game. Needed it because they keep them in the playoff hunt. Winning overtime. And what's his name came with a lot of confidence. Tennessee, after what they did to Miami. Yeah. They're playing with a lot of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So I go Houston 1. Another team.
By the way, you speak on that Titans thing real quick. So the Titans came back against Miami last week, scoring 14 points in 3 minutes at the end of the game.
Sure. Watch that whole game.
Do you know what the record is for teams who are down 14 points with 3 minutes left? Do you know what the record was?
Yes, I heard it.
What was it?
Like 767 to 0 or something.
Yes. 0 and 767, which means 767 times. The team has never won until the Titans pulled it off against Miami.
Yes.
That is embarrassing. So here's another question I'm going to add for you guys. What season feat is more embarrassing? Getting 63 put up on you by the Raiders, who didn't score the week before. Getting 70 put up on you by the Dolphins putting up 70 against the Broncos, or the Miami Dolphins losing in 3 minutes, being up 14.
No, losing in 3 minutes. Losing in 3 minutes is way more aggressive. Oh, okay. Kyler Murray threw a pick 6 too. Yeah, by losing in 3 minutes, at home and you up 14, that other stuff just happens. Giving up 63 and 70 points is still ridiculous. That's just, you just stop playing.
Yeah, they all saying in the comment section they're losing in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's not even close. You're winning by 2 touchdowns. The other team just gave you them 2 gifts, and you're at home, and you're going against a rookie quarterback. They have 1 receiver, and you lose. No, yeah, that's by far the worst. That's by far the worst. I don't think, like I said, to me, I ain't even close.
Yes, 70 burger, 63 burger, losing in 3 minutes. Oh, Doug ranked them. He said the 70 burger was the worst. He said 63 burger was second, losing in 3 minutes is third.
I disagree.
Zach said losing after 2 touchdowns in 3 minutes. Yeah, he said shaking my head.
That's what I'm saying. You give up 70, 63 points, y'all just quit playing. That's what we talk about. When we talk about playing in the game, you want the other team to submit.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can out-scheme somebody and all of that, or just be better physically than them. And anybody that play long enough, you're going to be in the game, you're going to get blew out. Somebody's going to put up 40 on you. That's just the nature of the game. But you're winning, you're at home, and this ain't Tom Brady that's slicing you up with Randy Moss and Edelman and Wes Welker and all of that. You had a rookie quarterback that threw the ball to D-Hop. That's it. They didn't do nothing else. Oh, and then they gave the ball to obviously King Henry, but that's when the ball was on the 3-yard line. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Because I'm a defensive guy too, so right now I think I'd be so mad, I'd be wanting to fight.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it might have been a fight.
Yeah, we gotta fight after that. We gotta beef after that.
Yeah, we fighting. We fighting in the locker room. Yeah. If we ain't fought in the field yet, we fight in the locker room. All of that. Okay, now I'm seeing a pattern here with these Cardinals and these 49ers. McBride looked like the main target that's eating on these 49ers. 14-10.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely about to do some research, some football watching as soon as we done here. This has been a great show, by the way. I appreciate all y'all for coming out too. It's 2:26 in the morning. I appreciate y'all still being up with your boy, man. I remember when we used to do these things back in the day. Man, whew. It's time to get back in the habit. So I'm gonna try to do at least one Rise Up Late Night every week, and I'm gonna try to do the Firestarters Collective every Saturday. Now, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it to y'all to give me ideas on what I should do for that show, because I don't want these 2 shows to be the same. I want them to be different. This show, we review Rise Up Late Night. We review what happened. Bam, football, boom, whatever. The Firestarters Collective show, I want y'all to come up with some fun stuff. I got a bunch of fun stuff, but I would rather leave it to the viewer, the people. Give it to the people. Let the people come up with some ideas. Do I need to bring trivia back? I know y'all used to love. I know they used to love trivia. Asking them trivia questions.
That's funny.
Put the championship belt back up.
Put them both out there, then just have a trivia day, then another certain day. All that. That sounds like a word that'll win a winner.
Absolutely. I got different. So I do have different segments on here, definitely, that I've created in my time. Call a spade segment where we analyze a player, sports moment or team, and you got to stand on it. We also, oh my goodness, I came up with a bunch of stuff. Oh, work the poll. Work the poll is funny too, where we ask poll questions. Which one is better, such and such and such. You put it in the poll question. I got 5 on it. That's the trivia segment. Where if you got Cash App, I pay you $5 for each question you get right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that one? Marcus, remember that? Work the poll. Yep, work the poll. I got 5 on it. What's the business? What's the business is like top headlines. Talking about top sports news, stuff like that. Before we get into, there's a bunch of joints I got in here. Scroll Patrol. Oh, that's a good one. Scroll Patrol is a really good one. Where you scroll down your social media, your Facebook, and read people's posts and then talk about what the hell they posted.
Okay.
That's a good one. Nobody just came up with that, by the way. I've never seen anybody do that on a podcast. Just scroll down social media. Matter of fact, we might watch this. You know what? We might do just one. I'm gonna do just one. All right, just one. It got like 9 minutes. I'll do just one, and we'll talk about it real quick. And it's gonna be a good one. I gotta scroll down. And it's not gonna be about the Bills because we already talked about the Bills. By the way, Buffalo Extreme 127-86 over the New Hampshire Kings. That was another blowout game for the Extreme. So good job on that. Let's see here. Mighty Oba. Oh yeah, Pat doing his thing. Pat. Oh yeah, sent that to
14-13.
Mm-hmm.
San Fran up 14-13. Ran the ball right at him. Kyler Murray had a pick 6. That's one of the 7.
Yo, you know what? Wait a minute. Who was the analyst that said that the Dallas Cowboys wasn't even gonna punt?
No, that was Mike Tannenbaum.
Mike Tannenbaum.
Yeah.
Well, somebody put a bomb into that prediction real quick, Tannenbaum. Have fun with that one. Yeah.
I hit him up already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, buddy. We want to say, make sure you bring that same energy.
Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Ain't Purdy number 13?
Yeah.
Oh, Purdy got put on his back in this game. They had to come out there and bring some first aid out there to him. See, this is why you got to watch some of the game. Purdy was out for a while. They got whoever number 14 is out there for San Fran.
Oh, they had the backup quarterback?
Yeah, he was out there for a minute. And it's 14-13 with 3:37 left in the second quarter. And them 14 points San Fran got, 7 of them is from a pick 6.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Purdy back in now. He was only out for a little bit.
Everything is bigger in Texas, L.
That's from the Bills. That's from the Bills PR department.
PR, yes, I know. I saw that, yo. I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, they petty.
They is petty.
They petty as hell for that.
Yeah, they petty.
All right, I'm still scrolling down this joint, all right. So much for Mike Tannenbaum's. Yeah, we talked about that. Funny. His prediction. Trash. Throw it in the garbage. It was dumpster juice.
And they scored 45. They must have did some craziness in the second half.
Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you this. I knew that it was trouble for Dallas today on the one run where they pushed what's his name, about 10 yards down the field.
Yeah, that first play when Cook with that, they went from a 4-yard game to a 13-yard game. Like I said, that's what you said prior to that. If you look at the Dallas's defensive line, is all pass rushers. Doc Fowler, Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. They all pass rushers.
Okay, I got a post. Pittsburgh Steelers with Matt Canada, 16.6 points per game, 6-4 record. Since the Steelers fired Matt Canada, 14.2 points per game and 1-3. Youch.
Yeah, Bird.
So remember, I asked the question earlier. Do you think Mike Tomlin is on a hot seat?
He's on the hot seat as far as, like I was thinking with McDermott. For Tomlin ain't going nowhere. Let's get that understood. Like McDermott ain't going nowhere.
Correct.
But what I think is going to occur is that what you would do is they'll have to have. I don't think they'll have as much say as far as with coaches. Assistant coaches are gonna be bossed around, moved around here and there. But you definitely have to do that. Because they do have, and I like Pittsburgh. I like Tomlin. But they have quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Obviously, he's been out for a while. But they do have entirely too much talent to be that trash up front, and they're trash. Oh, okay, they just robbed Arizona. I gotta find out what the ruling was on this.
Oh, see, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch. I'm definitely about to watch that game for sure. We got like 2 minutes before we go. 2 minutes and counting. I'm trying to see. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all dry tonight. Oh, I see. It's dry. Why y'all so dry tonight? Oh, okay. I got one before we go. Kadarius Toney.
Oh, he's trash. He's trash, bro. He had another drop today that led to a pick. We ain't got a pick off of him dropping the ball. You know what I mean? He does have talent. He is talented, but he hasn't. His confidence level has got to be so low right now, bro. And if you ain't got no confidence, is everything in everything. And if you ain't got confidence, you can't play. No matter how much talent he got.
Mind you, that was a guy who came from the New York Giants originally.
He was their first round pick. They's like, no, he's out of here.
He's out of here.
He's out of here.
And now you see why.
That sounds like a little league kid that the people that were growing up around him told him how good he was, and he couldn't take constructive criticism. He doesn't pay attention to the details. That's basically being uncoachable. You ain't coachable. Anybody got time for that?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the LFL football league is phenomenal. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah.
For those who have not watched LFL football, you should. Lord have mercy. Football all year long. All year long. Hello.
That is an absolute fact.
Now.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Listen, it's been real. It's been fun. I'm glad y'all stayed up with the torch tonight. The fire started tonight with me, Marcus, here on the ones and twos on the phone line. I'm happy everybody tuned in. Let me see if there's any comments before I go, because I don't want to leave nobody's comments out. But before we go, just shout out to everybody who's doing big things too. If you're doing big things, shout out to y'all, man. I'm proud. I'm happy for y'all. One thing I cannot stand is disingenuous people who do good people wrong. There's one thing I cannot stand. I don't like at all, especially if you hardworking. All right, especially if you did. Paul dropped the mic. Thoughts on Ravens 49ers next week. Ooh, ho, preview of the Super Bowl, I think. Preview of what could be the Super Bowl. Ravens 49ers. Oof. Washington State, no snow in most places under 2,800 feet. Jarvis Landry. Oh, that's who you was talking about. Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, Jarvis Landry. Yep.
Landry. Why didn't I think of that? Yes, Jarvis Landry. The guy who can have over 100 catches and not 1,000 yards in a season.
Yeah, that was my guy. He was a boy. Yeah, he was definitely one of them dudes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, he was a dog. Jarvis Landry, yes indeed.
Yes, sir. Now,
somebody hit me up and said that McDermott called some questionable timeouts in the game.
What? When?
I don't know. I just actually when did he call them? When were the questionable ones? And what people don't get, when you call timeouts, especially when he called them, was when the Bills were in. They started putting in subs in the game, and they was running hurry up. The only time might have been for them to catch their breath. Yeah, that happens. Obviously, we don't know. I wasn't in the huddle and everything, but I've been there where you can't wait to get a timeout. Muggs running you running bombs left and right, and you got to come make plays. Yeah, I can see that. But that's what he. I don't know if that's what it is. That's what he mentioned to me. So I'm gonna see what he said. This McBride is murdering the 49ers. The tight end. He is murdering them. And Connor is murdering. Oh my gosh, Connor is out. Maurice Jones-Drew said earlier today that the playoffs is about matchups. And regardless what seed you might be, if you match up with a team, with somebody who their strength is your weakness, it don't matter what seed you are, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, you can get that work put on you, for sure.
Get that work.
We in overtime, regardless. You definitely.
And I'm looking at Kyler Murray.
Wow.
Yeah, you want to check this game out. It's 28-13.
Matter of fact, I'm about to turn my projector on right now. You talking big stuff right now. I'm definitely about to turn on my projector.
This is what I'm saying. Before the season, my mindset was the hardest game. I thought our hardest game was going to be, McBride is killing them. Oh my gosh, he's killing them. He's murdering the 49ers. My thing is the hardest game, in my opinion, was going to be with Philly before the season. I thought it would be Philly because we had to block them that front four that had like 80 sacks last year. They had to stop that running game that they had. And I figured we could block them. We could play at anybody. Obviously, that turned out that way. And what we did to Dallas today, wow. Only one left is the 49ers. Or the NFC, it is.
All right, I'll give you one more, y'all. If I throw these three teams in the equation, what team is the best team out of these three teams? Dallas, Philly, Buffalo.
They just cheated them.
Dallas, Philly, Buffalo. Now, here's my thought to that equation. I'll give you my thoughts, and I'm going to see if you agree. My thought is Dallas blew out Philly, right? Philly beat Buffalo, right? But Buffalo blew out Dallas. My answer is Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because in the equation, Buffalo was never blown out.
Fact, the Bills haven't lost. They said earlier tonight they haven't lost a game by more than 2 scores in the last 3 years.
That is crazy.
We either blow people out.
I think the last time that happened was against the Bengals, the playoff game.
Yeah, well, regular season.
Oh, yeah, regular season. Yeah,
regular season 3 years.
Right. So the only game actually would be, the Cincinnati Bengals because they lost close to Kansas City.
In playoff, we've beaten Kansas City in the regular season.
Right.
3 times.
In 21, who did we lose to? We lost to Kansas City twice, didn't we?
In the play, we lost Kansas City in the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
And in the divisional game.
Right. So then it was the AFC Championship game in Cincinnati. Those are the only 2 losses by double digits, by more than 2 scores. Yeah. Both 18-point losses. Then
27-10. I think we lost 28 something to KC in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, wasn't it 38-20 or something like that?
I don't think it got to 30. I think it was like 28-17, maybe somewhere around there. I don't know, something like that. But that was one of the games. That's the game, obviously, after the year before we got Von Miller. That, to me, I was kind of glad they didn't win because, if I'm remembering correct, that was when Tampa won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we had no chance of blocking that front 4. And I grew up with the 4 Super Bowl losses. I wasn't trying to see number 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's selfish. I could care less. 0 for 5, I might have went in the hiding, bro.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that.
I wouldn't do it. We didn't have a chance. And the way Tampa spanked Kansas City in that Super Bowl, you saw why. They didn't have a chance. Shaq Barrett, Vita Tea, Sue, JPP, that front 4, absolute monsters. And everybody talk about that was, Brady's ring and he gave not 7 and all of that. Brady had nothing to do with that doggone Super Bowl.
Which one?
Brady's Super Bowl with Tampa.
Oh, the Tampa against the Chiefs?
Yeah, they beat the Chiefs. It had nothing to do with Brady. That was the D-line that absolutely destroyed Kansas City. But where they tell it, Brady got his 7th ring, which he did because he part of the team. But it wasn't because of him. That D-line destroyed Kansas City. Just like last year, Mahomes was considered the MVP. Anybody that watched that game know who the MVP was of the game last year was the Kansas City O-line.
Yeah.
Kansas City ran for 150, 60-something yards in the Super Bowl. Not one player ran for over 80 yards by themselves. Everybody got 70, 50, 60, 30, like that. Because the whole line was eating, and everybody was being productive. I don't think Mahomes got sacked he didn't get sacked like one time that game. And remember, this was a D-line that had 80 sacks last year. My opinion, of course.
No, man.
Just saying, Al.
I mean, you good. Oh, I'm over here watching this. I'm over here watching these highlights too from NFL game day final. and they over cooking. They talking about the Browns right now.
When you get a minute, you watch this Arizona game. Bro.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm actually about to turn it to that right now.
Remember I said Christian McCaffrey should be MVP?
Yep.
Well, I'm doubling down on it.
Oh, you got to double down on it?
I'm doubling down on
Zach
it.
said,
I'm not trying to hear Brock Purdy being a super MVP no more. I'm not even getting in that discussion.
Yep. Zach said, I'm a Ravens fan. I don't doubt y'all can win, but we are coming ready. Deborah Beatty said, and we'll be ready for you and Lamar and his running butt. Yo. Doug said Buffalo said we need to win out and maybe have Miami lose to the Cowboys next week. Yep, you definitely need them to lose to the Cowboys next week. Deborah Beatty, it's going to be a great game. No blowouts, just a good solid game. Yeah, I remember the last time these two teams played. Good solid game. Just remember, Lamar Jackson is 16-1 against NFC opponents.
Well, who Lamar got next? Who they got next week?
The 49ers.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting game. That's going to be a physical game. Whoever they play the following week will have the advantage. Both teams play the following week.
Well, you better hope that that's not the case because I think Miami plays Baltimore the following week after that.
Yeah, and they do. They're going to, because they always say, especially after the San Fran game, because of the physicality that's involved in that game. Win or lose, it's gonna be some banging going on.
Oh, let me tell you how disrespectful Tennessee is. They wore them Tennessee Oilers joints today. Oh my God. How disrespectful.
What's your name just passed away recently?
Yeah, Frank Whitehead.
Yeah, maybe that was for him.
And they wore them. Oh my goodness. First of all, the Houston Texans is technically the original Tennessee Oilers team, though. Which is the reason why this is so disrespectful.
yeah, true that.
I'm like, how disrespectful are the Titans? Bro, you're not even the original team. Houston's the original team. You got your lick back after it went to Houston. When they went from Tennessee to Houston, Tennessee got their lick back.
And they got jokes about it too.
Yeah.
They had that home run throwback. They got a whole mural of that up in one of the offices.
Well, I bet you it wasn't a joke after the Texans ended up winning in overtime. I bet you all that joking wasn't funny then. Nah. It wasn't funny then. Was it funny then, Will Levis? All y'all went home with an L. By the way, nice uniforms.
That's crazy. He gonna be all right. Like Will Levis. Will Levis, he need a coach, somebody to coach him up, because Tennessee they ain't helping. They ain't raising no quarterbacks out there. Obviously, they need to get him a coach so he can develop. Because he got everything with him. Big, strong kid, throw the ball. He got a short memory. Remember, he threw a pick six in that
drop.
game.
Kelsey, drop. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the one in the end zone?
Yeah, Taylor was hot. They love showing her, by the way. Is she gonna place hold something? She gonna hold one of the kicks or something? Dude, I'm tired of them showing her like she played football or something. Get out of here.
Well, she got Al Michaels kicked out.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Sure did. I was like, wow.
Al Michaels has been doing it for years.
He spoke his mind. Now he gonna be. You might as well get him on the phones. He ain't gonna be doing nothing else.
Right. Sure. Let's see if we can get to Al Michaels' PI. See if we can get an interview with that man.
Make a call, man.
Yeah, but like Al Michaels, thanks for calling, man. We want to know. We want to know the goods on this Taylor Swift mess. We definitely need to know. By the way, we want to talk about your career though first. Almost 50 years. I think he's been doing it. Wow. Al Michaels been doing it a long time. And then you just randomly take him off because of Swift comment.
Oh man. She got some pull.
Which he said what all of us was thinking any damn way.
That's a fact.
Like this football, what you keep showing her for? Like, I don't get it. Constantly, like she play on the team. Yeah, he got hit in the end zone. Nah, he dropped that before he got hit.
He saw the hit coming.
He saw the hit coming. He dropped that.
And had him some drops too last few weeks.
Yeah, he too big. He too big for that. Oh yeah, this was the play right here. Zay Jones gets the catch. They down to 17 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. They hike the ball at 11 and throw it out to the boundary. That is a bad play call. Terrible. Terrible. Why, Doug Peterson? Terrible.
That's on Trevor. I ain't going to coach with that one.
That was a dumb throw. Yeah, him too. I don't care. He could get it too. Trevor Lawrence.
That's on the damn quarterback.
Yeah, you throw to the end zone. Why are you throwing? I just don't understand that. Why are you throwing?
And you don't know how to run to that
boundary. He wasn't even near the sideline. That shot should have been to the end zone. Like, what? Oh my God!
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what it should have been. That's not something that you should have had to tell him. You knew how much time you had left, and you also knew how many timeouts you didn't have. None.
Isaiah likely looking good for the Ravens, by the way.
He's a sneaky kid.
And Baltimore they just bullied them. Baltimore bullied them in this game. Here goes Trevor Lawrence giving up the ball again. Fumble number 1. Here comes fumble number 2. Yep. So let me ask this question. I didn't even ask this question. We in overtime, by the way, which is dope. The Jaguars. How much do you really believe in the Jaguars?
What's your name hurt? He's hurt. And they trying to force him to play. That's what's gonna make it worse.
You talking about Christian Kirk?
So Christian Kirk not playing at all, so that he's really messed up. I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence being hurt is making it worse.
Oh, yeah, Trevor Lawrence is hurt.
He's hurt, and them trying to make him play. Well, they ain't making him play, but he's forcing himself to play. Is a problem. And they're not nearly as dangerous. He can't use his legs like he wants to, like he want to try to, because he's in that pain. I think it's throwing him off. Because they are a legit team. Christian Kirk not playing is huge. Because the other two out there, they not number ones. And it shows.
Deborah Beatty said she tired of playing all these damn bird teams. She said she's sick of y'all. She said the Seahawks, then the Eagles, then the Seahawks, then the Cardinals, then the Ravens. Dude, bird after bird after bird. She said, how many birds do they have to shoot down in one season?
Shit, just load up, baby. Load up.
Load up. It's a duck hunt. It's a duck hunt. Bird hunt.
That's all.
Doug said he don't believe in the Jaguars.
No, we should have beat the Jaguars. Actually, that's the game we lost Daquan and Milano.
Hey, Donna, what's up? I see you again. What's good? Yeah, we talk about this is hilarious. I cannot. That was so silly. I was like, dude, take the points. You should have just spiked the ball out and lined up for the field goal. Stop being greedy. That's what happened when you try to be greedy. And the play wasn't gonna do nothing but get you a field goal anyway.
Yeah, you was already in field goal range.
Yeah, like that was stupid. I was like, oh, terrible.
Yeah, I think you just had a brain fart.
Yeah, Trevor.
And it cost you.
Being silly. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, bro.
All right, so one starting quarterback that plays for a current team that will not be a starting quarterback next year. Go.
There'll be a couple of them.
Yep, go. Name them. I think
New
one
England.
right off the jump is Mac Jones.
New England. Off the rip. None of them going to be the starting quarterback. Atlanta. Who else?
What's the rumor on Justin Fields?
They still don't know what they want to do. The more Justin Fields keeps balling, because what you have to do is you have to drop him that money sooner or later. Now, Justin balling, I think he's showing what he can do. You still got 2 first-round picks. They can still get Marvin Harrison Jr. and Montez Sweat. Already showing you what one person can do to help the D-line. They pick over an offensive tackle or something. Chicago can get good real quick.
All right, now we're going to go. I got to watch this 49ers game. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We had the 3 o'clock hour. It's been real. It's been fun. Yo, Marcus, we'll keep in touch, man. It's more sports to talk about. You know, we didn't even get into college. We didn't get into college basketball, none of that stuff. We haven't talked college football coming up. Oh, we definitely talking about that the next show.
That's my boys. You know my team is.
Who is you better not say
Blue, baby, Michigan.
Oh yeah, go blue. I'm hoping go blue definitely destroy Roll Tide, by the way.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear nothing about no Tide. They shouldn't be there anyway.
Thank you again. I'm glad. I'm glad you see it the way I see it. Me and Devon Stanfield talked about this. We had a whole show where we debated about it. It was nice.
ACC champ don't show up, but another job that ain't right. It's all about that bread, though.
Yeah, you know that. Clicks and money. Clicks and money. Clicks and cash. That's what I call it. Clicks and cash.
That's a fact.
Clicks and
all right,
cash.
bro. Handle your business. I'm about to do this later on now myself. I'll talk with you, though.
No doubt. Thank you again, Marcus.
Not a problem, fam. All right.
Yes, sir. All right, man. It's been real. It's been fun. Thank you for tuning in with me. We even went on the overtime for a little bit. And we're going to turn this thing out, man. Thank you again.